Hey everyone, it's LC here with Public Eye Outdoors. Thank you for joining me, and we're going to go over a couple of products here tonight in this little review slash just product look over. What I wanted to look at here tonight was the Cabela's Intensity line. Now the Intensity and the Instinct line, I believe, have been out for quite a while, but I really haven't seen a lot of reviews just sitting and talking about them in general. So they've just been kind of a comparable video. But anyway, what I have here is a set of binoculars and a spotting scope in that lineup. The Intensity lineup from Cabela's is a HD line. So you're getting that HD quality lens in both of these. This is a 12 by 50. I use these basically for glassing off a tripod. When you get into those larger, like the 12 by 50s, you'll get a lot of shake if you're trying to hold them by hand. You want to go into that 8 by 42, 10 by 42 if you're going to be just off the hip glassing. Even the 10 by 50s, I have a pair of Vortex in 10 by 50s that I use for glassing, and I really like those too. But these, I just wanted that HD quality, and one of the pros to this lineup is the cost. You're going to be quite a bit cheaper with that HD when you compare them to those higher end or more notable companies. Say like your Vortex, your Loopholds, Swarovski, all those other ones. So that was mainly what drew me to this lineup. So anyway, we're going to go over here and we're going to look at this spotting scope. This spotting scope is a 20 by 60 by 80 millimeter. So it's a very large glass in an HD quality glass. It's going to be very good in those low light conditions, and that's really the reason that I bought it. The one that I have prior to this would be the Loophole. I'm really not sure what line this is, but this is the reason I bought this one was because it was so light. I mean, there's nothing to it, and you're still getting that 10 by 60 spotting scope, which does a very good job, but it's not a HD quality. So there again, I paid almost as much for that as I did this, and that's kind of what I'm talking about as far as price points. So with that being said, this was I believe on sale for $299, so around $300 altogether with tax in my area. But very happy with this so far. I've done some comparisons between these two, and really it's pretty evident that the HD is going to be a higher quality and give you a much crisper view. However, both of these kind of lack in the department of using during the day, like in that when it's hot out. So the problem that you're going to run into, you're going to get heat signatures out there at longer distances. So these really do not shine in that situation. No matter what you have with these, unless you're getting into a really high dollar spotting scope that can take those heat signatures on, which you're going to be paying quite a bit of money for. So it's not really convenient in high heat situations where you're seeing a lot of heat waves out there at longer distances. Within 500 yards and in, I would imagine that you're probably going to be fine even with the high temperatures. But where this really shines is going to be in the low light conditions in the mornings and in the late evenings. So that's really the reason that I bought this. One of the nice features to this spotting scope also is it comes with a neoprene cover. So you get a built-on cover that you slide on, unlike this one here where it just comes with a little case, okay, neoprene case, and you just put that in your neoprene case. And I never really used that very much because it was just one more thing that I had to carry in. With this, it's made for it. It's on there. This does come with two covers for your glass, one on the front and one on the back. Basically, they're built the same. This one here is for the large glass on the front side, and then you'll have a cup that goes over the back side here, much like your binoculars, that clips in here on a little clip. However, if you're going to use the neoprene cover, and it comes with another cover here that locks into or clips into the side here, and you can pull this up over that glass, okay? And it's, for me, it's just a much better system to use than that rubber cup. So I prefer this. I tried using both of them, and it's really not efficient to do, because once you pull this off, that rubber cup comes off inside of this cover here, and then you got to try to dig it out of there, and it's just kind of a waste of time. So this is the way I go with it, that neoprene cover on the front, and just pull it off and you're good to go. Let's see, what else we got? Okay, one of the other nice features to this spotting scope is it has a built-in mount. Okay, so here in the middle you'll see a ring, and then it's got a turn knob here, so once you turn that, you can swivel this back and forth on your tripod. So it's not stationary in one position like this one would be. So where that comes in and shines is, say you're doing a window mount on your truck and you're trying to do some glassing out of your truck. With a angled spotting scope, that really is difficult to do. You're gonna have a hard time getting your window down far enough, and you're having to lift up to get over the top to see down on that glass. So where this comes in is you can tilt that over to the side, so it's much more easier to look through in a sitting position in your vehicle for those scouting trips on the road. So really nice feature there. Up front here you have your dial for your 20 to 60 for your zoom, okay, your powers. Very easy, smooth. You can adjust that out if you need to, just much like your binoculars. But I find that it works much better in. So your zoom is up here, and then your fine tuning knob, unlike a lot of them where it's just like a finger knob here on the front, this has a full body turn for your fine tune or your focus. So that takes a little bit of getting used to. I wasn't real sure I was going to like that right at first. Because I was having a fight a bit. Now that I've used it quite a bit, it's loosening up and it's getting a lot more fluid. So I'm starting to really like that aspect of it. One of the cons to this lineup, like I said, or maybe I didn't mention it yet, but one of the major cons to this line, and I think the reason that it gets the biggest shoot down, is because of the weight. These are very beefy, well built, I will add, well built lineups in your binoculars and your spotting scopes, but they weigh a ton. So if you're okay with a few more ounces here and almost a pound and a half difference between that one and this one here, I think this weighed in at like 3.1 pounds, and this one was like 3.11 pounds. So quite a bit of difference. It was almost a pound and a half difference between those two. So something to keep in mind if you're looking for something for backcountry use, where you're going to be in for days and you're going to be traveling 8-10 miles in, probably not the lineup for you. You could do it, but you're going to add a ton of weight that you don't necessarily need. But there again, you're going to pay like I said, a lot more for those higher quality HD glasses than you will with this particular one. So price point, this one will win out every time for that HD quality. Weight wise, it's going to be quite a bit more cumbersome. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of go over this with you. One of the other things I think that was kind of a con for this lineup, and Cabela's, ever since they got taken over by Bass Pro Shop, has really, in my opinion, kind of lacked in customer quality and backing up their products. This, I believe, I could not find any kind of warranty paperwork with this in the box. And so I have seen on other reviews where people have called Cabela's and asked them what the warranty was. 90 days, basically, is what they give you on these. So, not a very good warranty as far as that goes with glass, because you have a lot of companies out there that are giving you a lifetime warranty on their products. However, there again, you're paying for that, and if that is something that is very important to you, by all means, you know, it's wise to pay for that peace of mind. You know, and personally, if I'm getting into anything from that $500 range clear up to $1,000 or whatever it may be, yes, I'm going to be definitely looking for a quality, a higher quality guarantee on my product. But with this one here being, you know, basically below that 300 mark, I'm really not too concerned about it, honestly. I believe that these are very well constructed, and I think you're not going to have any problems really with the construction and the quality of these if they're taken care of. And I'm pretty rough on equipment, so these binoculars and stuff have really been through the ringer, and they're still working just fine for me. So the durability of these, you can feel it in that when they're in your hands. You can just feel the quality of build in these products. So that's just a couple things to think about. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. I just wanted to kind of go over a couple of these things because, like I said, I really haven't seen a lot of reviews in these older lines, and I was kind of looking for some answers to some of my questions on these, and I just was having a hard time finding them on YouTube and things like that. So kind of wanted to do that. There again, this lineup is going to be perfect for that guy that just cannot shell out, you know, anywhere from $500 to $1,000 on glass, but still wants decent quality for the money that he's going to have to pay. And I think you do get that with this lineup from Cabela's. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you got any questions, like I said, leave them in the comments. And as always, thank you. Stay safe in your hunts, and we will see you on the next video.